Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of the Slow Run Cast. I'm your host, the Iraqi Balboa, on Tuesday, December 30th, a couple of days before the end of the year, for our final episode of 2020. That is right. Today is a special episode.
It could be the first episode of 2026, depending on when this is edited.
Yeah,
sorry,
just
had to throw that out there.
That's a good point. You will actually... Okay, backtrack. This is our first episode of 2026, the Slow Run Cast Game of the Year episode. And I can't do this without being joined by my friend and co-host, the man himself, Durwin Luke, or as I prefer to call him on this podcast, the Durwinator.
What's up?
Let's go. I am so freaking excited to do this with you, my man. This is the episode I've been looking forward to since the last episode we did last year. Like, this is the creme de la creme. This is what gets me going at night, doing little ranking lists.
Yeah. Our top 5 games, the Slow Run Cast top 5 games of 2025.
I am so excited to find out what you have on your list, my man. That is not all we're going to do. We are going to do top 5 games of the year, but we have 4 other categories that we do here on the Slow Run Cast. And the first is our retrospective game of the year. These are games that we played in the calendar year 2025 that did not come out in 2025, actually, that came out in a previous year and that we want to shout out in hindsight. Games that we think if we played the year they came out, we may have had a different top 5 ranking for that year or a different outlook on what our favorite games of that year are. So I like doing this category because sometimes you do your game of the years, but you got a bunch of games that you missed that you didn't get to play during that year. But, a year or two go by and you finally have the opportunity to hop in that game. And when you finally do, you're like, oh man, actually looking back at this year now, I think this game changes the rankings for me. So let us get into our retrospective games of the year, Durwin. I'm going to let you take it off. Hit me, man. What do you got?
I'm going to go first. Hey, all right. So we've got Dave the Diver, the fake indie, arguably.
Yes. 2023 release, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that. I can't even remember why I picked it up. Do you remember?
We were going to Korea.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Was going to Korea. Saw that it was on sale for Steam. Saw that. Did this one come out this year? The Ichiban DLC?
DLC. Came out in like April or something, yeah.
Yeah, so that came out. And then I realized there was a Godzilla DLC too. Haven't gotten to those at all because I'm still playing through Dave the Diver. It's taken a backseat to some other games, obviously. But that is one that I'm really enjoying. I love the story. It's wacky. I love the pixel art. Yeah, I love this game as well. It's a roguelike. This is a year of roguelikes for me. I haven't played very many of them. Minus maybe Deathloop and some kind of bigger titles, but I'm really enjoying the roguelikes this year.
I was going to say, you're starting to come off as a roguelike sicko as of recent.
A little bit, yeah. Because was it last year I started Vampire Survivors as well.
You went pretty hard in Vampire Survivors and Balatro.
Yeah, I was playing on my phone and Balatro, and then I've now purchased Vampire Survivors on Steam as well. So looking to eventually play that. Death by Scrolling, I think, is also another roguelike. That is a game that we'll get to later on. But yeah, I feel like I'm a changed man when it comes to roguelikes. I thought they were for the casual, but I'm afraid I'm
for the sicko, bro.
Yeah, they're for the sickos that love playing the same game over and over again.
Yeah, sure are.
Maybe that's why I love Pokemon so much.
Pokemon is a roguelike, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It's the same game over and over again every year. But yes, it is a roguelike, yeah.
What a revelation. The more you learn.
Yep. Pokemon, the roguelike of the year.
Do you want to share one that's on your list?
I will share. I have 5 on my list, but I'm going to be honest. Only one of them I think replaces a game, which I'm actually going to backtrack and ask you for Dave the Diver. It's a 2023 launch, What are your 2023 games? Do you see Dave the Diver replacing anything? And I'm going to call you out for this because last year you had 2 retrospective games that were 2023 launches. Dead Island 2 and Jedi Survivor. Where does Dave the Diver rank amongst those two
Honestly,
and whatever else you would have on your top 5?
What is it? 2023. Let me just double check what came out in 2023. It definitely beats Star Wars. What is that? The Jedi Survivor?
Jedi
right?
Survivor, yeah.
Marvel Spider-Man 2, definitely not. What was the other one? Dead Island. Dead Island is fun, but I feel like Dave the Diver has more replayability. Cyberpunk was another game that came out that year. I've never played Cyberpunk, so I can't add that.
Rank it. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3.
Final Fantasy 16, again, a game that's great, but I don't know if I've played enough of it. I'm going to go
3.
Sorry?
Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3.
We know how I feel about Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. I think it does change rankings. I think I'm going to go Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Exciting.
Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
And then,
So it's your number 2, honestly. Like, it doesn't even matter if you don't know.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 16, although is fun and very cinematic, I don't think the gameplay is that fun because it's pretty brain dead with the rings that you can equip and basically like destroy everything in. Tears of the Kingdom's good, but I don't know if I don't think I enjoy it as much as Dave the Diver because I really hate finding new weapons all the time and exploring in Legend of Zelda is just a little bit too aggressive. So okay, I'm gonna go. Spider-Man 2, Dave the Diver. We are gonna put Final Fantasy 16, Tears of the Kingdom, maybe, and then the last one will have to be I don't know, maybe Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor, the thing is with Jedi Survivor is sometimes I find the gameplay to be a little bit slow in terms of fighting. It just felt very like laggy versus like Legend of Zelda is a little bit more fun gameplay wise. And it is a longer game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Souls-like, so.
Yeah, so I think that will change the rankings. Dave the Diver is great. I'm very sad I missed it in 2023, but I'm glad I got to revisit, especially during the renaissance for me for roguelikes.
Nice. Dave the Diver. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to go my first one. This is the only one of 5 that I looked at the year of the games these games came out. And honestly, 4 of them are just honorable mentions that I want to shout out. I don't think they changed my rankings for that year, but this one does. And it is Animal Well, the 2024 indie game by a solo developer, which was published by Donkey's publishing label. The first game they published came out, I believe, in May, and I think it came out to the middle tier of PlayStation Plus. And it was leaving the subscription service when I hopped in to play it. Oh my God, Durwin. It sounds like it's the year of your roguelite awakening. It was the year of my Metroidvania awakening. Wow. Did I love this game. It is a puzzle platformer, Metroidvania, pixel art, 2D, side-scrolling. You basically traverse the world using a combination of different tools that you find in Metroidvania fashion, of course. And you're just a little blob. You don't really get into any direct combat with enemies, but you're in some type of spooky well, and you're trying to escape this well, and it has multiple tiers to it. And you're this little blob in this well of these spooky animals, right? And man, is this game genius. I love every little bit of it. I played the hell out of it. I got the platinum, and the platinum in this game is not all there is to see. There is way more. And I decided to look up a guide to see how much more there actually was. And I said, okay, I am done here. The level of depth and like because there were secrets. There was clearly secrets I hadn't solved yet. I'm like, what the heck is this thing? I have the platinum, but what is this thing? And I looked it up, and it goes hard. It is a crazy game. Genius game from Billy Basso. I mean, Animal Well, I cannot recommend it enough. Even if you're not into Metroidvanias, even if it's not your type of thing, these 2D side scrolling, it is really a brain teaser. It is great. It is so nice exploring the map and seeing everything connect, and then discovering more tools to revisit areas and seeing how that connects. and the way the map all merges together. I loved Animal Well. It becomes my 5th place of 2024. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which was my 4th place game, drops out entirely of the list, and Balatro moves up to 4th. And the reason why Balatro is moving up and not dropping out is because I played more Balatro in 2025 after I had ranked it number 5 in 2024. And it moved up in the ranking for me anyway. That's why I'm not going to call it a retrospective game, but it was one that I played more of in 2025 that moves up for me. So now my 2025 list is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Astrobot, Elden Ring Shadows of the Erdtree, Balatro, and Animal Well. That is my 2024 list.
Nice. Solid,
Durwin,
solid.
hit me up with another retrospective.
Mine is, this one's kind of like debatable, but Indiana Jones, The Great Circle. I'm still playing it. It doesn't change any of my rankings from previous years, but it is just a fun adventure. Like, I just love the story. Reminds me of obviously Nathan Drake takes inspiration from Indiana Jones, but it seems like this game is also taking inspiration from Uncharted in certain ways. Minus the gunplay, it seems like there's more stealth than guns, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I just look forward to finishing this game. I did have to restart, which is for a reason, but we will get to that. I think in 2026. But yeah, it's just fun. Puzzles are great. The character cutscenes are great. Troy Baker is great. Yeah, just the only thing that I have to say is I wish this was not made particularly optimized for NVIDIA, because the ray tracing and stuff I feel like does take a hit on the AMD graphics cards. Yeah, I only have 3, so why don't you shoot us with 2, and then we'll finish up kind of here.
So your top 5 from 2024 was Black Myth Wukong, Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster or Remake,
Yeah.
For Fantasio and Neva. Indiana Jones doesn't push any of those out.
I don't think so. I think those ones are just, they have a special place. Neva is like the indie game, right? I think we both shared that game and it was great. I mean, the story isn't as wonderful, but the art style was very different, and
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful game. Not to say that Indiana Jones isn't beautiful, but it just had a special place, just being a game that we both shared that year. Metaphor Refantasio just reminds me of Persona 5. Obviously, it's the same team. The art style is really great. I feel like just because of, I don't know, just the art style, it's more interesting for me. What else is on there? Black Myth. Don't even talk to me about Black Myth. Black Myth was the game. And what else was on there?
Balatro and Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster.
Yeah. Balatro, obviously, cemented.
Goated.
Yeah, goated. Vietnamese gambling addiction, fueled.
I got a question. I got a question. You're gonna do this for the podcast. Did you play Balatro while you were sitting like this the whole time and smoking a cigarette?
Wonderful. Yeah, you can imagine me doing that. And then
just sitting in the corner smoking a cigarette, doing the Asian squat.
Yeah,
and playing
exactly.
Balatro on your phone.
Yeah, on my break, and then I've got like a little towel to like wipe up the sweat too.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Flip flops while that's happening.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then what is it? The last one, Horizon Zero Dawn.
You're the biggest Horizon fan I know who refuses to acknowledge that they're the biggest Horizon fan there exists. You're like, yeah, I like Horizon.
Yeah, I mean,
the remaster of a 2017 game made it to my top 5.
Okay, I beat that so quick though, and I haven't platinumed. Like I don't need to defend it, because if you look at my PlayStation account, you will see the defense right there. Yeah. I have it platinum twice.
Yeah, that's it. Insanity. Okay, you want me to do 2?
Yeah, do 2.
Okay. From here on out, they're honorable mentions. They don't change my ranking. But The Case of the Golden Idol 2022. This is the point-and-click puzzle adventure whereby you follow this kind of expansive, long crime story over the course of many chapters, and it meanders into different things. and you have to basically each level is a moment in time frozen after a crime has been committed, and you have to just basically point and click on the level and uncover different things and different clues to fill out a fill in the blank mystery puzzle that goes something like the blank shot blank in the blank hours of blank day, so and so went to blank this, it's just fill in the blanks using clues that you find in the world, and you have to put the puzzles together. The art style is this really uncanny hand drawn, like what's the word for it? I mean, it's really hard to describe, but just search up The Case of the Golden Idol. I loved this game. I adored this game. I was actually cleaning out my office desk yesterday, I was like doing a big kind of, I don't really do spring cleaning, I do winter cleaning everything out of my office space and whatnot, and I found like pages of loose leaf of me writing down notes for The Case of the Golden Idol, trying to solve these mysteries. Oh my god, such a wonderful game. It is on mobile if you want to play it on mobile. It's obviously on handheld consoles if you want. It's on everything. I played it on Game Pass. Excellent game. I have not played the next game, The Rise of the Golden Idol, which came out last year, and I'm looking forward to play that. But man, The Case of the Golden Idol was wonderful. I played it, and I played the DLC. I got the 1,000 gamer score in this one. Great. It is a 2022 release. I kind of went through 2022 releases and ranked the games of 2022 that I think are 1 to 5 for me. Obviously, we weren't doing this podcast at the time, so this is all retrospective. We didn't sit together and sit here and do 2022. But for me, 2022 was God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, the Cuphead DLC, the Delicious Last Course, and Stray. I don't think it breaks into any of those, but honorable mention for sure. The second game I want to talk about is Viewfinder, which I played on the Steam Deck. It is a 3D puzzle game whereby you have to solve these levels, and it's like, it's level based. You solve a level and you go on to the next level using basically the end game of each level is you have to get to a transporter, and you're usually locked out of that transporter by some environmental puzzle, and you solve that by using photographs. And that's why it's called Viewfinder. Either you find pictures or photographs laying around in the world, or later on in the game, you get a camera, which you use to take pictures of different things in the world to solve the puzzles. Like, for example, the transformer or transponder will be behind kind of a closed gate thing, and you have to go find a photo that creates a pathway, and then you place the photos in the world, and when you place a photograph in the world, it changes the world behind that photograph. It's almost like you place the photograph in the world, and then whatever that photograph is becomes the real world, right?
Yeah.
Splendid puzzle game, excellent brain teaser, nothing too crazy that's going to make you lose your mind or get pissed off, just a good time, a perfect medium where it's not completely easy and it's not too hard. So you just like tease your brain the perfect level, and I loved it, man. It was so great. Played it on the Steam Deck. I think it's on everything, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Funny that you bring this up, because I think it was for free a few days ago on Epic Game Store. So if you guys picked that,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so if you guys picked it up, definitely something to, I guess, take a look at. I've never played it, but I now own it, so we'll see if I have some time to get down with it.
It's about 5 hours long from start to finish. Like, it's not a very long game. I mean, I should mention that about most of these games. The Case of the Golden Idol is about probably 4, I think. Maybe a little bit longer, 6. Animal Well is about like 10 to 15, depending on what you want to do in it. Yeah, Viewfinder is probably like 5 to 7 hours, really. Really great. I got all the Steam achievements on it as well. Definitely doesn't break into my top 5 of 2023. 2023 is a crazy year. Like, on that list, I have Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Final Fantasy 16. Like, I don't think it breaks into that category.
Yeah, that's a tough year.
Yeah. Durwin, hit me up with a retrospective game.
All right, the last one I have on my list is Beat Saber. Ooh. As you know, have rejoined the VR ranks, although it is getting even less love than my Switch 2.
Yeah, it's getting a little stale.
Yeah, it's just so hard to play, like, and then just for the space of it too. Like I don't have a lot of space so to move around. Although Beat Saber, you can play it pretty stationary for the most part. But yeah, I've just been enjoying it. I kind of used it to do like a cardio workout kind of deal. Definitely doesn't break my top 5 at all, but it is a very fun rhythm VR game where you like slash the bricks and stuff like that. And
It's
a bit of a good
2019.
workout.
It's 2019, so it doesn't break into your 2019 top
I think it was
5.
2018 was the initial
Was it?
launch. Yeah.
Oh, 2018. You're right. May 1st.
Early access, I guess. And then 2019. I checked 2018. It doesn't look like there would be anything that it would break. But with these like rhythm games, they usually never do it for me. Like I'm sure I could find 5 games in 2019 that were better for me personally.
That's Beat Saber. I'll go on to my last 2. I want to shout out Mullet Mad Jack, which came out last year. It was Steam only at the time. I didn't have any way to play it because I didn't own a piece of hardware that would be able to play that, or a PC. But it came out to Game Pass in 2025. Mullet Mad Jack is a pixelated Japanese cyberpunk, sort of similar to the movie Akira. First person roguelite, like fast level run shooter, right? It's kind of like in the style of Doom, but it plays like Ghost Runner. If you've seen Ghost Runner, that it's a relatively recent game from like 2018. So your first person roguelite, you go through these levels. You're supposed to go through these stages. There's 100 stages to beat the game. 10 after every, I think 10 stages, you get like, it's the world kind of changes and the levels kind of change, and you get some type of upgrade or whatever. You fight a boss. I can't remember if there's a checkpoint there anywhere or like that. But this game is incredible. I loved every minute. It is really fast paced, shooty, kill as many people as possible, traverse the level as fast as possible, stay alive. You have to kill people because you have a timer that is going to kill you. You're going to die after this timer expires. So the game wants you to keep going and to not be stationary. You basically have 10 seconds to kill somebody before the timer expires. So you have to go, shoot people, headshot, dive, slide, go through the level, reach the gate, hit the next level, do the same thing over and over again, and keep doing it without your timer sliding. Get upgrades, get bonuses, get health back to get your timer up. Every time you get hit, your timer goes down a little bit. It is fast-paced action. I love this game. I cannot emphasize how great it is. Durwin, since you're in a roguelike honeymoon right now phase, I cannot recommend this game enough for you too. Super splendid. I love the charm and the charisma of this game. It's definitely like rooted in anime, but also like the character is like really macho and like he's like driving this super fast Japanese sports car, and he gets to this level, smoking a cigarette, smashes a can of energy drink, just goes into this building, shoots everyone up. Mullet Mad Jack 2024. I talked about my 2024 top 5. I said Animal Wall breaks in. Mullet Mad Jack is like just under there. It doesn't go through all the way. Yeah, great game. I mean, there was a lot of hype for Anger Foot that year, which is a similar game, plays very similarly, but Anger Foot didn't really get the universal critic claim that Mullet Mad Jack did. And man, this game is excellent. I love the soundtrack. I have the main soundtrack theme downloaded on Spotify. Great game. Like I might want to even go back and play it again, even though I like did everything there is to do in it. Yeah,
hilarious.
Including like some of the challenges. There was some stuff I didn't do that was like super ridiculous. But should I do my last one then?
Do your last one.
My last one is a big surprise, and it would have not have been on this list if it wasn't for the Battlefield 6 beta, the open beta that happened in August. As per tradition, every time a new Battlefield comes out, me and the boys hop into the beta. The beta is great. We enjoy it. And then we feel empty and left out. And we say, well, let's look at the old Battlefield again. And we go back and play the previous Battlefield that came out after we kind of, while we still have our high from the beta. And I went back after the Battlefield 6 beta and actually played this game for the first time because I didn't play it when it came out. It launched in a terrible state. Reviews were bad, critically and commercially. And basically, everybody didn't want to play this game. They didn't want to touch it. With a 10-foot pole, that is Battlefield 2042 of 2021. Man, I went back and played this game. It was a great time. I loved every minute of it. The Iwo Jima Hill map was excellent on Breakthrough. I know it is a Battlefield 6 map, but it was great using the modern weapons. It was fun doing the battle pass on the road to Battlefield 6. It filled in that gap between the beta and when Battlefield 6 came out. Like I was all in on Battlefield, and 2042 was an excellent time. I'm glad that I actually got the chance to go back and play this one after I missed it in 2021. I look back at my rankings of 2021. I don't think it breaks through. 2021 rankings are Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Chivalry 2, and Halo Infinite. Chivalry 2 and Halo Infinite are gems when it comes to multiplayer experiences that I've had in the last 5 years. 2042, Battlefield 2042 isn't at that caliber, but it's a good honorable mention.
Nice.
I think that's our retrospective games. Let us move on to the next category, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Our missed games of the year. So here at the Slower and Cast, we like to acknowledge the fact that
we suck at finishing games.
Yeah, we suck at finishing games, and we don't have the time to play all these, frankly.
Yeah.
And every year when Game Awards happens or Game of the Year discussions happen, everybody kind of roots and cheers for, the games that they played that they enjoyed a lot. But I always had this observation where it was like, you guys didn't play all the good games of this year. You played one or two of them, and you're rooting for one of them. And there's like 10 that really are contenders. So I felt like it wouldn't be fair to sit and make a top 5 games without recognizing the games that we both missed that maybe would change that ranking if we had played them. So without further ado, our missed games of the year, games that we probably should have played and probably maybe would have changed these results if we did. Durwin, I'm going to start with you. Let me know what your
let me acknowledge that I don't think any of these games that I'm about to list are going to unseat my top 5.
Oh my. You literally just took everything I argued for and threw it out the window. You're like, nah, dude, I know those games aren't good. I know these games are better.
Okay, but to be fair, I have played some of these top hitters. And based on like reviews, I highly, highly doubt it. Like this year was so good for top tier games. But yeah, we do have to acknowledge that there are some other games that might have shown up that may be a particular taste for people. And that includes me. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe I've got one on this list that could be unseated, but I will not unseat it because I will probably get canceled for it.
Okay, all right. Okay. You know what? I believe in freedom of speech, so you choose. You could choose to tackle this category the way you want.
All right.
This is not what I had in mind. Not like, okay, I missed these games, but still, like.
Okay, but to be honest, like when we get to the top 5 games of the year, you will understand like these games I like love. And I will like fight you for if you say that it's a bad game, right?
Fair enough. I mean, I love the top 5 games I played. I'm just saying that if I played these games, maybe I would love these ones more. That's all.
I don't know. I don't think there's a chance.
Okay. All right. Mr. Confidence, hit us up. What are your missed games of the year?
Okay. I'm just going to list them out just because I've got 6 of them. And I don't really know too much about them. Death by Scrolling. That's one that showed up on one of the game events that I purchased. Didn't even launch. Don't even have it installed. But it looks really fun. It didn't score very good.
No, like 70-something.
Yeah, like 70-something, which in retrospective, I should have maybe, before I bought it, looked at some of the reviews. But it just looked so good. I thought it was going to be like the next instant hit.
Who's the developer for this one?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like that solo dev. What's his name? It's the next game from Ron Gilbert. Yeah, it's Ron Gilbert's game. The Monkey Island.
Yes. Yeah. So that's on my list. Ninja Gaiden. Is that 4? I think it is. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Bound. We got 2 Ninja Gaidens this year.
No, 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3D action game. action adventure game. This one looked really good. It scored pretty good. I just didn't have time to play, which was unfortunate because I think it just came out during like a very, very busy time of the year. So that there's that. The next one is Death Stranding 2. This one is reluctant. It did get nominations for Game of the Year, but scrolling back to like the beginning of the year, I did try to play Death Stranding and I just couldn't get into it. So I guess that could also be a game that would fall in the retrospective game, but would definitely not be unseating anything. The next one I think we'll have both on our list. Arc Raiders. We talked about it last week. We missed the train on hopping on when it was super on our socials and whatnot. I'm not usually a big fan of multiplayer games, so that's why I don't think this will unseat anything, but it does look like it's a pretty fun time. I've got Mafia, The Old Country. Yeah, that one also didn't score like 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, but I think it was closer to like 8 or 7, right? It looked pretty good. Again, I think it came out during a very busy time, right? If I wasn't mistaken.
Like Mafia, The Old Country, and then I think it was back to back. Then there was like Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and there was the Hell Is Us, then Chronos, and then the Metal Gear Delta, and then the Hollow Knight Silk Song, and then Hades 2. It was like back to back, like week after week. It
was a really busy time.
Yeah.
And then the last one is I think me and you both made a choice, and we chose Marvel Cosmic Invasion, but Absalom. I don't know how you pronounce it, but
Absalom,
that is also another 2D side scroller that we missed, and it does look really good. Yeah,
I like that. I actually like that list. Can you say that again for us? 6 games?
Yeah. Let me just pull it up again. Death by Scrolling, Ninja Gaiden 4, Death Stranding 2, Arc Raiders, Mafia: The Old Country, and Absalom.
Yeah, I actually like backlog for me. Absalom for sure. Ninja Gaiden 4, Mafia: The Old Country. I want to play all 3 of those games. Death Stranding 2 maybe eventually. Death by Scrolling, I think maybe I'll pass, and Arc Raiders for sure. And
I'm hoping Death by Scrolling will just be like a game that I choose to download on my ROG Ally for another trip or something like that, and then just hopefully fall in love with. Or maybe I'll hate it. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would 3 of those games are for sure on my backlog. They didn't make it to my missed games of the year. I'm not sure if they would break into the top 5, but 2 of those I'm on the same page with you. The first, my biggest missed game of the year, Arc Raiders, I think I would have loved Arc Raiders. I mean, there's one multiplayer game every year that's like, or sometimes even 2, right? In case of 2021, I talked about Chivalry 2 and Halo Infinite. But there's like that one multiplayer game that really gets me, and I really go in for like a month. Last year was Black Ops 6 for about a month, and then it was Marvel Rivals, which I had a great time with. I was searching for that multiplayer game in 2025. I did find it a little bit in Battlefield 2042. And then Battlefield 6 came out, and I found a little bit in that. But I think in hindsight, I should have played Arc Raiders instead, just looking at it now. So, yeah, I'm on the same boat with you with Arc Raiders. I think it easily could have broken into my top 5 if I hopped on the train. Durwin, I don't think it's too late. We have 335,000 people, still concurrent players in that game right now. My only issue getting into it now is I'm kind of afraid because I'm like new to the game. I feel like I'm just like not going to understand. Like it would have been easier to get in while everybody was still learning it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to get into a game like that. Everybody's kind of figured it out. But Arc Raiders for sure is a big miss on my part. I also have Death Stranding 2 on my list. Again, like Death Stranding 2, like it came out, the reviews were great. I'm sure it's great. I just feel like the barrier to entry is really hard. Considering I didn't play Death Stranding 1. I didn't have any interest in Death Stranding 1. I tried to do the same thing as you. I downloaded Death Stranding 1 on my PS5. I was just like,
the story is a lot too. It's not like a straightforward story that you can recap. Like I was rewatching the recap videos for what happens in Death Stranding 1, and they're like 40 minutes long, an hour long. If it takes an hour for you to tell me the fine details of this plot, like that's real complex, man.
Yeah. So that's, my friend Samir, shout out to Samir, friend of the show. He didn't play Death Stranding 1. Like he did exactly that. He did the recap, and then he hopped straight into Death Stranding 2. Played the hell out of Death Stranding 2. He has the platinum on Death Stranding 2. It's his game of the year. So I kind of wish maybe I did something similar. Sometimes these like sequels, I feel like the barrier to entry from not playing the first one is so hard that I end up not playing either, you know? But yeah, I definitely think I missed that game. But yeah, your other three, Mafia and Ninja Gaiden 4 and Absolum, are definitely games I missed. I'm not sure they break into my top 5, but for sure, like I wish I got to those this year. So I have three more. One of them is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Of course.
I know you played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 earlier this year and you did not like it. I was looking forward to this game. I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't sure if it was going to be good. Unfortunately, I pulled another Star Wars Outlaws versus Black Myth Wukong on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I really, really picked the wrong game to play. I picked Monster Hunter Wilds instead, and I should have invested my time in this game. I really, really regret it. It's, again, another one of those big, very long games that came out in February. February was packed. In hindsight, although February and March were really packed, not a lot of those games ended up making it to like my backlog, so I felt like I spent a lot of time, you know, playing Avowed. I think Avowed was February.
Yep, Avowed.
February?
Yep, Avowed was pretty early in the year.
Yeah, and Monster Hunter Wilds, I played that as well. And I just kind of wish in hindsight I played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah. Avowed was February 18. I wish I just played Kingdom Come. So I really regret that. I was thinking about it all year. I didn't really have a chance, man. Like, it's really hard to try to keep up with all the new releases and then also hop into a 50-hour, 100-hour RPG.
Yeah.
That's one I'm going to be looking for a sale to get into.
Well, it is on some services.
It is on Amazon Luna. Right?
It is.
So I'll give it a
for
shot. I'll
free.
give it a shot on Amazon. My two other missed games here that I have on the list are games that I actually started this year and I actually really enjoyed. I just don't think I played them enough to fairly rank them in either honorable mention or game of the year, frankly. I wish I played them a little bit more so I could get a better understanding, but what I did play was excellent, and that's why I'm choosing to put them in this category, because I could easily see them being part of my top 5. The first is Silent Hill F, which I probably would have been done if it wasn't for Ghost of Yote's release. It came out a week before Ghost of Yote. I didn't get through it. I hopped on Ghost of Yote and then Battlefield 6, and I just haven't been able to get myself back into. Sometimes like the mentality to get into a horror game it's kind of like a VR game. It's like the end of the night, you're tired. It's like, do I really want to just shit my pants on the couch right now? Or same thing with VR. It's like, do I really want to put this stupid helmet on my head? But it's a game I'm meaning to go back here to in January before new games start coming out in around February and get that one out the door. I'm about halfway through Silent Hill F, and I've really enjoyed what I've played of it so far. Big surprise, I actually didn't think this game from this unknown studio was going to be this good. The second one is Hades 2, which Hades 2 was also a victim of that crazy release window that we were dealing with in September. Like, no heads up on when this game was going to go 1.0. It just went 1.0, and it was like, okay, I played it for about a week, and then I hopped into Silent Hill F and played that for a little bit, and then I hopped into Ghost of Yote, played that for a little bit, hopped into Battlefield, and started playing that, and I haven't had the chance to get back into Hades 2. Same thing as Silent Hill F. They came out about a week apart. So Hades 2, I have about probably 5 to 10 hours in. I think I unlocked like the first set of all the weapons. I've done a few runs where I've gotten to like maybe the 4th or 5th world. Like I beat like 3 or 4 bosses to get, really fun game. I love it. I love all the characters. I love the art style. I love this game so much that I just want to go back and maybe play Hades 1 before I go back into it.
Just finish Hades 2. You are literally there.
No, I'm not. I'm only 5 hours in. Am I really literally there?
No, but like you kind of get the gist. Why would you start a brand new, like older game? You should finish Hades 2, and if you really enjoy it, go back to Hades 1.
You're right.
Because then, like, the quality of life will be gone. Like, the quality of life things will be gone.
Well, that's my problem. Is like I don't want to go play Hades 1 and see like it's so old and decrepit compared to Hades 2 that I'm not gonna like it. So I kind of want to go to Hades 1 and like it, and then go to Hades 2 and like it even more. You know what I mean? But yeah, Hades 2. So that's Arc Creators, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Silent Hill F, and Hades 2 are my missed games of 2025. Durwin, let's move on to our next category. Our next category is the sad category. Games we were hyped for, we were looking forward to, we bought day one, we were really excited to play, and unfortunately they missed the mark. This is our biggest disappointments of the year. This isn't our worst games of the year. That's something different. Worst games is not the same as biggest disappointments. I need to emphasize with an asterisk that a lot of these games that we're going to list right now are still really good games. It's just our expectations for them did not match, what we overhyped ourselves for. You know
Let me bundle that all up and just throw it out the window because my first game is Pokemon Z. I'm going to preface with I didn't buy it. I knew it wasn't going to be the greatest, but you have to rewind. You have to rewind all the way before even the Switch 2 launch, right? Because this was supposed to be the successor for Arceus.
And it was supposed to be a Switch 1 game, and it is a Switch 1 game, and it came out just after the Switch 2 release.
Yeah, everybody was hoping this is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. This is going to be the next generation of Pokemon. This is going to be build off Arceus. They weren't expecting to see the wallpaper buildings. They weren't expecting to see the limited zones of where Pokemon can be caught. They weren't expecting to see the weird NPCs that say weird things that don't really do anything. They were expecting something grand. And unfortunately, what we were given is DLC before the game was launched. Probably poor performance on the original Switch. I mean, I didn't play it on the original Switch. The Switch 2 ran good. And then just
playing that on the original Switch.
Yeah, I mean, the original Arceus was pretty rough on the original Switch if you want to go back there and give it a try. Yeah, it was just disappointing all the way around. The biggest spit in the face was definitely the DLC before the game was even launched and announced. And then I think some Pokemon were paywalled into having Nintendo Switch Online and just small things that seemed the Pokemon Company and Game Freak and Nintendo were just, taking you for a loop and robbing you blind and giving you kind of a subpar product. So yeah,
one's at the A. You know what? I was going to leave this for later, but since you started off with Nintendo, I'm going to keep the Nintendo train going. My first disappointment is Mario Kart World.
Oh, that's a big one too.
Yeah, this was touted to be the big day one Switch launch game. It was the only game I bought on launch. 110 Canadian dollars for a physical copy, 100 for a digital copy, which they're already starting that BS where they don't want you to buy physical. Thankfully, we bought it with the bundle, the Switch 2 bundle, so it really only cost us $70 more.
Although you do have to add that it is digital copy.
It is.
So yes, people want digital copies for multiplayer games, but it takes away the ability to resell the game. And for gamers that may not want to benefit from having Mario Kart World and just selling their copy off and getting some money back for their base console is kind of a bit scummy in certain ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I feel that's most bundles now in games anymore. You don't get a physical disc anymore. It's always
yeah. That's fair.
I haven't bought a bundle console in forever, but I think that's the situation.
I think I bought two recently, technically Switch 2, but I bought the original Spider-Man. PS5 with the God of War, I think. No.
Spider-Man bundle?
No, Spider-Man bundle. Sorry, God of War I ended up buying a code for off of somebody that bought a bundle. Yeah. Yeah, so technically the Spider-Man one and Switch 2.
Yeah, this was the big Mario Kart that we've been waiting for. It's been, if you really want to talk about when Mario Kart 8 came, I know they've been updated and there's the deluxe for the Switch and all the updates and all the old tracks that came out. But it was 2013 or 20, I don't even remember. It was a Wii U game. So the big launch lineup. I remember one time walking in Best Buy, it must have been around 2020 or 2019. And my wife's like, hey, can we buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch? And I was like, hell no, girl. This is a Wii U game. They're going to release a new Mario Kart probably next year or something like that. Fast forward 5 years later till they actually release it. So we've been waiting for a long time. Mario Kart World. I don't know what to expect. I guess I gotta come clean here. I'm not really a Nintendo person. I didn't really grow up with Nintendo. My first Nintendo console was a DS, right? My second Nintendo console was a Switch. I didn't really have a Wii growing up. I didn't have a GameCube. I played it at friends' houses. I was aware of it. Like I knew the big games on them. But I didn't have that Nintendo experience growing up. No SNES, no NES, no, like I was a Sega Genesis kid, PS1, PS2, like didn't touch an SNES or an N64, anything like that. So I don't really have nostalgia for Nintendo. But I was like, you know what? I love my Switch for being that like console where I could play a bunch of party games that are fun with family. Mario Party Jamboree is one of my favorite games on the original Switch. I was hoping I'd get something similar out of Mario Kart World. Holy smokes, man. Not at all. I played this game for about a few days. I did all the races on the world tour. I did all the races on the other game mode. Tried to play in the open world, and that was it, honestly.
Yeah.
The open world turned out to be an absolute nightmare. Like
I think that was the biggest disappointment to Mario Kart, to be honest.
That was the thing that I was hyped about most. I'm like, okay, I get to drive in the world of Mario Kart, visit all these locations, and do all these little challenges and get all these collectibles. And the quality of your life is horrendous. Like, you don't even know what you're looking for. There's no count as to how many P-switches you've done. There's nothing on the map. There's nothing to guide you. It's just like...
Yeah, they've apparently updated it so that they've included some quality of life stuff. But I think they were just maybe a little bit too late for this round of updates. Because if you do recall, Mario Kart 8, when it first came out, was also kind of a little bit barren, but then they added so many things that it became an amazing Mario Kart game. Yes, and people even after playing Mario Kart World were like, I want to jump back into Mario Kart 8.
It's possible that this becomes the best Mario Kart game ever. But yeah, it's just not there. The price tag is ridiculous. It's pretentious. I don't know who you think you are to sell this game for $110. It is not a $110 game. If it wasn't for the Mario and Nintendo name, this is a game that should be priced at like $50, frankly. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't even be full. Like, I'm really curious to try Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I wonder if that's any better. I'm going to buy that on a sale and see if I enjoy that more. Yeah, it just didn't have the like I'm not really into playing multiplayer these games, like online. I wanted to play with people, but even the people that I would invite over to try and play this game, there just wasn't that much of a push. Like, nobody really cared. I like the whole race thing where you could, the levels connect or the racetracks connect. But even that thing wasn't really that interesting after you did it.
Yeah, I feel like because that race was quite a bit longer, people didn't have attention spans for it. And also, if you are playing with people that have never played Mario Kart before, it really sucks when they get disqualified in the first 2 rounds or the first 2 cutoffs, right? And yeah, it just doesn't lead to a fun time.
Waiting. Yeah, they're stuck waiting to get back into a game.
Yeah, I mean, they should have really dug into it where, like, if you do get disqualified, you still get to race as a ghost and use items against, like, your friends or against people, right? Yeah. I feel like that would have been a really fun mode to include.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I didn't...
very bare bones.
I didn't actually have that one on my list because I don't think... I was as hyped for it. Like, I don't know. I've really grown out of Mario Kart. Like, peak Mario Kart for me was Nintendo 64 Mario Kart. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Mario Kart World. Durwin, what's your second biggest disappointment of the year?
I have Metroid Prime 4.
I got it here too. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Keep it Nintendo. Keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're on, like, the Nintendo shit train. Like, I mean, I don't think I hated it as much as you did. But I just felt like for something that we've been waiting for a very long time and fans were waiting for a very long time, like, it just didn't hit with people and with me in particular. I just feel like they didn't do anything to define this Metroid Prime 4 game. Like, yeah, they added a motorcycle, but I hated every single part of that motorcycle. Like, I was like, get me off this motorcycle. I really hate fighting enemies on it. It doesn't really do anything for me riding around in a barren desert. It reminded me of Mario Kart World, actually, because there was really nothing to do there minus, like, collect the green gems and, like, collect certain things once it gets to the story. It was, like, very similar to, like, the POW stuff, right? You, like, go around the world and you collect POWs on Mario Kart World.
That desert was horrendous. That open world desert
You
location.
you you got to it, hey?
Yeah. I was just like, who greenlit this?
Yeah,
Like, get me back into the game.
the space in between, um, like section to section. Like you're driving around for like minutes at a time. There's no quick
Yeah,
travel.
nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
just don't give it.
there's some shrines that are hidden, but like again, like they didn't really add anything. They were really easy. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like
It
the
was a
whole
crazy idea to bring that in the game.
yeah, and then also you've heard my ranting about like how Samus has no voice in this game and basically like a nothing cardboard character, right? I
And
don't
then you
know.
have
It
to
was
listen
just
to Miles. What's his name?
Mackenzie.
Miles McKenzie talk your ear off for the whole time.
Yeah, and I mean the other NPCs aren't any much better, so yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
don't know. It doesn't feel like an evolution of a Metroid. It just feels like, yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, on top of all that, I am going to caveat this. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I still think I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I'm going to try and play Metroid Prime Remastered to maybe understand what this franchise is better, because that's obviously the best one. And if I play that and I don't like that, then I know that maybe I'm doing this game injustice, and maybe it's not so much that it's bad. Maybe it's more that these games aren't really for me. I do feel like there is a little bit of I had no idea what I was getting myself into. These feel
that's
like
fair.
they're like adventure. They feel like they're more adventure games than first person shooters. Like the combat is like nothing. I don't even know why it exists, to be honest with you, for most part. Like really, like most enemies you're fighting, I'm just like, this is just stupid waste of
Yeah,
time.
it's not challenging like Dread was. Dread was hard,
Dread was challenging
especially
and
the last
fun.
boss.
The platforming, the combat in Dread, and the puzzle solving and the Metroidvania-ness of it was exquisite. I just don't want to go into a room, try to figure out what I have to do, and just scan everything, and then you tell me exactly what I need to do. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't click with me.
Yeah, and then also it's not like a fast-paced first-person shooter too, because like Samus only shoots as fast as Samus does. I thought I was gonna use the mouse controls, but I just didn't even bother.
I didn't even think about that. I should give that a try. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah, I was
going back
thinking
to the
about it,
Switch,
but I don't know. Like because I play handheld so much, it doesn't make sense for me to pull off my Joy Cons for it. So
it's going back to our last episode about the Nintendo Switch 2 release and about the showcase where they revealed it. I joked a lot about the C button, but one thing I completely forgot about is the mouse controls. Two things that were like one of the big deals of the whole thing, and they came out and it was just like, who cares? Like nobody talks about mouse controls. That Dragon Drive game was horrendous. The Nintendo
yeah,
Switch Tour was horrendous. Nobody played Metroid with mouse controls or Civ 7 with mouse controls or something. There was all this hype about them when they first came out, and it was like nothingness now.
yeah, disappointing.
Since I my second game is also Metroid Prime 4. Durwin, hit me up with your third disappointment of the year.
This one is a game that I didn't end up buying, but I know that we were expecting great things. Rematch.
Okay. I could talk a little bit about Rematch. Okay. It's
Yeah.
not on my disappointments, but yeah, I think there was a lot of hype for the Rematch from the developer of Sifu. Maybe tell me why you chose not to buy it and why you were disappointed. Maybe
Just the reviews didn't look that great. Like, it was just seemed like it was like I was expecting something a little bit more fun, basically, more or less. Like it just didn't. The reviews didn't really show how much fun it was. I mean, it's another soccer game, so like sports games always have like a kind of a for me. Oh, yeah, it's just I was expecting a little something more fun and with more of a spin, and we didn't really get that, especially from like the developers of Sifu, which is like a super good game.
This game was kind of on the fence between me putting it into disappointment and honorable mention. Like I didn't know which way to put it, because after I played it, I think it's an excellent game. I think it's really fun. I think the mechanics are great. I think the way the game is supposed to work is excellent. Like it's really back to like almost FIFA Street. I think it has two weaknesses. It's a live service game that was for money. It was not for free. I don't know why they still do this. Like that $20 barrier for people who are going to play a live service game sometimes is enough to stop your people from buying the game, frankly. I've noticed that among my friend group a lot too. Like you tell them a game is $20, they won't buy it. They won't play it. Like I think games of like Knockout City, I think of game like that's the one.
What's that Portal? What's that Portal fighting one? Splitgate?
Splitgate is free to play, I believe.
Was it free to play? I thought there was a cost for that.
No. So sometimes that I find that's a barrier to entry. The other thing too, it was very bare bones. Like as far as like, because listen, I don't care for it, but everybody cares for it now, like Battle Pass and all that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was very bare bones. There wasn't really a lot of like cool stuff to like equip your team or your guy. And there wasn't really anything to do. There was not that much level of competitiveness. Basically, you just played ranked and that was it. You just moved up with ranks after you've kind of played all the game modes. So it was short on content. The third thing was the people playing online. I mean, I don't know how they would be able to implement this, but nobody would pass. Like, people would not pass. They thought they were the main character of the game. They would just run with the ball and, not make a pass. And it just got really boring really fast. I played it. After about a week, I'm like, this is BS. Like, I'm not going to go into another game when no one's going to pass the ball. Durwin, this game is fun if you have a squad of 5 guys and you do the 5v5 mode. Or even 3 guys or 4 guys. If you have a full squad that goes on, one night I had a full squad. I played with my brother-in-law and his friends were playing it. That was a fun night. Every other time I tried to play this game solo, the team I got with, like, one guy thought he was the main character and just decided to deke everyone and would lose the ball. It was horrendous. So without communication, it was... And there's no, like, non-multiplayer, non-offline mode. There's no, like, CPU at all in this game. So you can't play against the computer, or you can't have a team where you have computer players and you're just doing a 1v1 versus someone. Like, when you play FIFA with someone, you control the entire team, even if it's online. Like, you switch players, right? And then when you're not that player, the CPU controls them. There's none of that in this game. There is no CPU. You have to pick a specific character, and that's the only person you control. Everybody else on the field is controlled by another person that is online. There is no computer. So the people online are frankly dumb. They don't line up in the right places to get a pass. They don't position themselves well. Whereas in FIFA, you don't have to worry because the computer's doing all that. So there's none of that. You can't play against the computer. You can't play a game 1v1 where you have computer players. That was, I think, the problem with Rematch. Okay, I'll go to... I'm going to keep it with Nintendo, just because we talked a lot of Nintendo. Just gonna
Let me guess, Bonanza?
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to knock on the game. I'm sure if I could just get through some elements of this game, I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it deserves that Game of the Year nomination. I'm sure it's great. Some people were talking about how it's better than Mario Odyssey. It seems like that's not really that much of a discourse anymore. Like, it felt like everybody in the critics, like, game industry was like talking about, oh, this game was great, better than Odyssey or Galaxy. I don't know about that. My problem with this game is it was legit offensive to the eyes and the senses. I literally was getting eye strain and head strain and like a headache from trying to play this game, and I was getting excessively annoyed by it. I don't think the idea of breaking the entire world is actually that interesting to me. Like, the earlier levels, I'm just playing and I'm just punching walls endlessly, and I could just keep hearing the feedback, the audio design of the wall breaking or the whatever. It just really bothered me. The colors palette, I don't know what it was up with the color palette. I don't like Donkey Kong's redesign.
The redesign?
The sounds and everything like that. They were just too much. They were too much to the eyes. And just going through a level and punching every single thing in the wall and trying to get a secret. And I'm just like, what? Like, I was like, do I punch everything or do I just play this like a regular platformer? Like, what do I do? How do I approach this? And yeah, I tried to play it with my son. I was hoping that would help. My son really liked it, but the problem for me is he wouldn't give me the controller. So it just became like me watching him fall off the level every time and go to like the portion of the level where you can no longer break the wall. Right? So yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza in the end didn't live up to what I was hoping for. I much prefer Mario Odyssey 2 or
I didn't have expectations for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I didn't hate the game. I finished it. I didn't really have the headache issue, maybe because I'd like turned my brain off to play it. The only time I did have a headache is like that final stretch. It's like one of these games that like fake you out that you like beat the boss, but you didn't actually beat the boss, kind of BS.
Yeah.
And then it drags on for a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't. There was no expectations to be disappointed by, more or less, for me.
Yeah, I mean, considering these 3 games, Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I just want to say before we move on to your next disappointment that, and then adding on to it, you being disappointed by Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon ZA, frankly, one of my big disappointments is the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I was really hyped for the console. We went and got it day one. I know it was fun. It was exciting. But I came back home and I'm just like, I don't really know what to play on this thing. Mario Kart was short lived. Like I said, I was excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza. That was short lived. I didn't pick up ZA, of course, not my cup of tea. Metroid Prime 4, unfortunately, short lived for me as well. Hyrule Warriors was maybe the only game that if I picked up, I would have enjoyed. Like, I'm thinking the two big games that I missed was Hyrule Warriors and Kirby Air Riders. Maybe in hindsight, if I played those instead of anything else I played, I would have had a better experience. But I don't really know. That's just speculation.
So here's the thing. If you didn't really like Dynasty Warriors Origins, I don't think you'll really love Hyrule Warriors. It's
Well,
the
I
same
did like
concept.
I did like Dynasty Warriors Origins. I didn't beat it, but I did very, very much enjoy
But
it.
you couldn't get into it enough. So I think you have to also take into perspective price point, right? Origins was like what, an $80 game?
$90 game, I think.
$90 game. Hyrule Warriors was a $100 game, if I'm not mistaken, right? So like,
Yeah, it is. It's Switch too. Yeah.
it's very similar in terms of gameplay. Why would you pay extra for just having Link on the screen? Or I guess Link wouldn't be the one. It would be like Zelda and then the other heroes, right? From Tears of the Kingdom. So there's that. And then Air Riders, I hear, is more fun, but it is hectic and people can get like headaches from everything that's going on in that game. So I don't know. It does seem fun, but I think that leads to the next disappointment where these games are so expensive on the Switch too.
Yeah, it's rough.
And
You go
there's
buy a
no
game
sales.
and then I don't like it. It actually adds to the disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I buy a game for $100 and then I still, yeah. I was really just fishing for something to play on this. Like, I'm really fishing for something to play on this and to enjoy this. I'm going to get to my honorable mention. My favorite game, one of my honorable mentions is a game I bought on the Switch 2. It is my favorite game I played on the Switch 2. It's not a Switch 2 exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like fishing for something to play on this game, on this thing. And I'm just like Hades 2. I'm like, do I want to play Hades 2 on the Switch 2? I'm like, no, I don't. I want to play it on the Steam Deck. You know, like, do I want to play this game on the Switch 2? I'm like, no, it's $100 on the Switch 2. I could buy it on PlayStation for $20. There's just
That also hurts because like you said, there's discounts on other game stores. I feel like with Nintendo, there's not that much of a discount because these games are new to the platform. So these developers don't want to give discounts on games that are basically new to the platform, new to the audience. Like, it's a disservice to them because they've put the money towards getting it to run very good on the Switch 2, which does take effort and does take money. And then they expect the consumer to pay close to full price because it is technically a new game on that platform, right?
Yeah, like exactly, 100%. Like Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is $20 on the PlayStation Store. $20. It's $100 on Switch 2 if it's not on sale. So everything you say is true. Like, it's like, okay, I have this Switch 2. Cool. There's a bunch of games here. Maybe I'll give them a run. Well, actually, I own these other platforms. Do I really, even if I want to play this handheld, I could just buy it on Steam and play it on Steam Deck. Do I really
And that's the thing when people have handhelds like the Steam Deck and ROG Ally for myself, like, I'm going to take advantage of these sales. Like, not even that, like, the Epic Games gives out free games that I could play on my deck too. So like, there's never a supply of video games that ends, right? Like, I could play Viewfinder. I literally have Callisto Protocol as well loaded up that I mean to play, but I've never gone to. I mean, Suicide Squad is technically on there. Whether or not I want to fully play it,
Hogwarts Legacy was free. Right?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. That's another big game that I want to play, but I don't have time for, right? Probably doesn't run that great on, actually no, it runs on the Switch and whatever, so I'm sure it runs half decent on the deck and even the ROG Ally. But yeah, there's no reason to buy it on the Switch 2 if you have another one of these consoles.
It really is, frankly. Like, so it leaves me with nothing but the Switch exclusives, and it's like even Hades 2. Hades 2 is more expensive on the Switch 2 than it is on Steam.
Yeah, $50.
And they came out the same day. They came out the same time. So, and like Steam OLED screen versus the Switch screen, right? So there's that.
Is it cheaper digitally though? I think it is cheaper digitally.
No, it's not. No, it's like $38 on Steam, and it's like $50 on. Yeah, it is cheaper.
Even
Like
on
the Switch version digitally is cheaper than the physical copy of
well,
Hades 2.
it's $29 right now. It looks like
Is it on
digital.
sale?
It is on sale, but
Okay.
original price is 38.
Well, so it is the same price as Steam then. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's assuming you don't get the physical copy. And to be honest, I do. If they made a steelbook version of Hades 2, I would buy it.
Mm. Yeah, I was thinking about getting that physical. I told you about the secret sale at EB Games that they had here in Canada, and I did pick up Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom for $70, which on the Switch 1 it's $90. On the Switch 2 it's $115 for Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's $25 more than what it costs on the Switch 1. $10 because it's a Switch 2 game, so these got to be 100 Canadian dollars, and then $15 on top of that because of the upgrade or whatever. It's ridiculous. But this secret sale for $70, I was like, okay, I'll buy Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe I'll finally give Tears of the Kingdom a try or whatever. So yeah, it's ridiculous, Derwin. I really don't know.
Okay, sorry, I just have to bring your attention. So, like, you know how people have like the fireplace videos? I was just looking at Hades 2. They have a Yule log for 12 hours video of just a log in Hades 2 art design. That is pretty sick.
It's really cool. So yeah, I don't know. I guess one of my disappointments of the year is the Switch 2, frankly. Like the only thing I really, really love about this thing is this freaking controller, and I want to use it more and more. But otherwise, I don't know. Derwin, what's your next disappointment for 2025?
Those are actually all I have. I don't think I was too disappointed by anything else, to be honest.
That's good. Well, I got 3 more, so.
Oh, God, okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm cheating. It was supposed to be 5. I wrote down 5, and then I added Donkey Kong Bonanza, so it became 6. And then I grouped Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4, and Donkey Kong Bonanza into a bigger conversation about the Switch 2 being a disappointment. So it's kind of like 7. I cheated. But
okay, well then you can cover the rest of my disappointment.
All right. Yeah, okay. I borrowed 2-3 disappointments from Derwin.
Perfect.
First one is Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds is a game that we saw on the first State of Play that me and you covered when we started this podcast. There was 2 games for 2025 that caught my eye. Dynasty Warriors Origins, Monster Hunter Wilds. Dynasty Warriors Origins, I got what I expected. I played the demo. I wish I finished that game. I really want to go back. It just got really busy that year, but I enjoyed that game. Monster Hunter Wilds, I was hyped for. Now, my history with Monster Hunters is my fault because, like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. We played Monster Hunter Worlds, me and my friends back in the day. It was like it wasn't the launch day, but it was like, I think it was after the Iceborne DLC came out, and we did like a LAN party. Man, did not go good. So I said, I'm never freaking touching this game again. But up to the release of Wilds, the marketing cycle, I felt like, and I can't really put my finger on it, but I felt like they were marketing it as, oh, this is going to solve a lot of your problems that you had with Monster Hunter Worlds with regards to playing co-op, playing multiplayer, going through menus, not having to deal with all the BS tutorials and all the menus and everything that this game throws at you and swamps you with that you get overwhelmed by. And so I was like, you know what? I watched some of the gameplay. The gameplay looked really cool. I was really excited for this thing. I said, you know what, man? Let's give Monster Hunter a second try. People love this franchise. Maybe I got off to the wrong foot with it with Monster Hunter Worlds. Let me do it again. I'll tell you what, Derwin, I did not get off to the wrong foot with it. And I'm going to say here for the record, I am never, ever, ever going to play a Monster Hunter game again in my life. Because fool me 3 times, I'd be a goddamn idiot. Okay? This game is the same freaking mess. I should not have to look up a guide on IGN to freaking figure out how to play co-op with my buddy. Okay? If I have to look up a guide on IGN how to play co-op with my buddy, your co-op is freaking broken. Don't market it. The only person who could pull that off is From Software because it's part of the freaking stupid, it's part of the experience, getting effed over trying to figure out how to do co-op. Okay? There was I can't really remember exactly how the system worked, but there was like different ways the parties work, different ways you call people into the mission. It was just freaking stupid. It was not fun to play with friends. I really wanted to play with friends, and It threw me off trying to play this game with friends. It was a freaking nightmare. And I tried, Derwin. I tried to keep the thing going. The first night did not go good. I tried to like read the guide. I'm like, boys, it's okay. We'll give it a try the second night. We'll give it a try the third night. By the fourth, fifth night, it was like, okay, we're done here. We're not playing this game anymore. The combat itself was rather laborious and boring. These enemies were just HP sponges. You just did the same thing over and over to them again. Like, I couldn't imagine myself playing this for hours. The menus and everything it throws on you and all the dialogue and everything. And I'm just like, this is just too much in my face. Just let me play the game. And then to top it all off, one of the buddies we were playing with was on PC. And the PC, like, obviously, notoriously, the PC performance was horrendous for this game. And so he literally said, I'm refunding it. Like, I'm not playing this with you guys. So we lost one of the 3 people we were going to play with. So it was down to 2. So yeah, biggest freaking disappointment of the year. Wasted time.
I remember the story all too well. I remember you complaining about it, and it's rough. I feel for... Yeah, I feel for you getting scammed by Monster Hunter Wilds.
I frankly feel like I got scammed. I got catfished. I should have known better. Like, when I saw it on that state of play, it looked so freaking good. I don't freaking know why I fell for this trap. Yeah, that's Monster Hunter Wilds. The next game, I'm unfortunately really sorry to say it was a disappointment, is Double Fine's Keeper. Psychonauts 2, I mentioned earlier in the show, is my game of the year of 2021. I loved Psychonauts 2. I'm not going to tell you I'm like some big Double Fine sicko. I really haven't played any of their other games besides Psychonauts. But when I knew a new Double Fine game is coming from Tim Schafer and team, I was like, listen, I don't care what it is. I'm going in. We saw the trailers at the Xbox Games Showcase in the Summer Games Fest. I was excited for it. I don't really know what it was. I know what I was getting into, but I'm like, Double Fine, let's go. Lock in solid. It did appear to be a smaller experience, which was an issue for me. Unfortunately, man, as much as the kind of silent story in this game was really beloved to me, and as much as the art style was great, this game was a drag to play. It was just a boring walking simulator with the puzzles were just dull and dry and unengaging. I just by halfway through, 2/3 in, I couldn't wait to get to the end. Like, really, really sad for a game that was about only 7 hours long. It did not sit well with me. I didn't enjoy it at all. Kind of really disappointed, to be honest with you, with Keeper. I hope their next game is something more interesting. Really, I hope it's akin to a Psychonauts, frankly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm glad I did not play anything that really disappointed me that I was hyped for. Like, I mean, there's obviously the games that I was put through that I hated this year. Mind's Eye being one of them. I really hated that Pac-Man.
3D Pack or whatever it was. Yeah, that platformer.
Yeah, the 2D platformer.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Oh, no, Shadow Labyrinth.
Shadow Labyrinth, yeah. I hated that. What else did you make me play?
Derwin's our resident play this shooting game that you have no interest in, and tell us how bad it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, Wu-Chang was interesting. I just wish I had more time for it. What else? I'm so glad I didn't play that horse one. I was reading some reviews. It looks so weird. I don't know. I understand why some of these stores might have banned it, because it's a lot. But each their own. I mean, everybody should be able to buy whatever they want, is all I'm going to say.
I got one more disappointment, Derwin. This one really, really hurts my heart, because this was the developer of this game their last game was on my 2022 top 5 that I mentioned. And this one just did not hit. I was really hyped for this, and it did not hit. That is Marvel Cosmic Invasion from Tribute Games, published by .mu. I was really looking forward to this game. It was slated for 2025. We didn't have a release date. We were like, is it going to miss the year? It finally came out in December. I got you into it. I got 2 more of my boys into it. We played that first night, 4-player. We ran through the game. I'm like, oh my God, this did not sit well. I went back and played it all. I got the platinum trophy. It did grow on me a little, but holy smokes. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about this because I talked about this in a recent episode recently anyway. No need to go too much in it. But TMNT Shredder's Revenge is just a superior game. Level design wise, story wise, the way the levels are all connected, the challenges in the level, the collectibles in the level, the characters, the characters themselves. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a strong point, and the versatility in each character's attack abilities and the double teaming, that's Marvel Cosmic Invasion's strong point. But otherwise, that is it. Like, the levels are uninspired. They all look the same. Like, the environments, the depth perception issue, the enemy variety, it was just like bland. The story didn't make any sense. It was the way the overworld was rather like lazy. It was just connect the dot thing. And then like, yeah, I don't know. It just, we talked about it enough. It just didn't really hit for me, unfortunately. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That's it for my biggest disappointments of the year. Derwin, we're getting really close here, but we're on to honorable mentions. Honorable mentions for 2025. Hit me up with your first one, man.
All right, let me pull up my list. We'll see honorable mentions. Continuing my sicko roguelike, I gotta say, Rogue Prince of Persia.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you fully play this one, or did you get one run through, or no?
I didn't get a run through. I just tinkered with it. It also came out. It was in early access since last year, and it came out to 1.0 and basically a shadow drop from Gamescom, which it shadow dropped in that week, in that like month I talked about, where like everything was coming out between like mid-August and end of September. So I couldn't find any time for it, frankly. I just did a run. I really want to get back into it, but it's on my list to try and kind of clean up before the big releases start happening in 2026.
Yeah, that's fair. Really fun game. 2D Rogue Prince of Persia. You don't feel overpowered per se. The weapons are kind of interesting. It does get a little bit easier, of course, when you get closer to unlocking everything. But all in all, like, just a fun 2D, like, throw a few hours at it and kind of finish it kind of game, which I enjoyed.
It's a shorter roguelike, right? It's not
for sure.
It's not Hades 2 or anything.
No, it is. I think I beat it within a week of playing or something like that. It's very short, and once you have everything, so you unlock more things as you get better, obviously, and get further. Once you unlock like the full story, it's kind of very easy to finish off. Like it doesn't feel like it's hard like Hades 2. Like sometimes you can't win a run because you didn't get the right boons or whatever like that. It's, for the most part, as long as you get a pretty decent weapon, you're getting to the final boss, more or less.
Yeah, this is from one of the developers of Dead Cells. There's two like development studios that worked on Dead Cells. The other one right now is working on a game called Windblown that's in early access as well. Yeah, this one's on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Extra, correct?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, my first honorable mention is a game I alluded to earlier, Lego Party, my favorite game that I have played on the Switch 2 this year. Lego Party is literally Mario Party, but Lego. So it doesn't have the Mario IP, but I love these party games. My wife loves these party games. Some of my friends and some of my relatives and my wife's relatives love these party games. So we play together when people come over. It is a great time. I love Lego Party. I just want more mini games. Like, we played Mario Party Jamboree. I want something fresh, want something new. I didn't like the whole like game show part of it. I wish they could just shut up for a little bit. There was too much of that talking, but yeah, I loved Lego Party. Pleasant surprise. It is like what you expect it to be, but super fun, super interesting, super creative. I wish they did more like Lego oriented, like actual puzzles. Like a lot of it was like, okay, here's like a Mario Party mini game. You're just Lego guys. It really has nothing to do with Lego. Like for a lot of the puzzles, they didn't really implement Lego into the actual puzzle. It would have been cool if they did that more often, but still, excellent game, Lego Party.
Nice.
My Switch 2 game of the year.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hit me up with your second honorable mention, Derwin.
My second honorable mention is Dynasty Warriors Origins. We are back.
Let's go. This one was also going to creep up into my honorable mentions, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I just couldn't remember. Well, I guess I can remember my last like full like 3D almost beat 'em up, right? It's like 1 versus 100 kind of thing that I really enjoyed. The last one was Persona Strikers. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors is back. I love the new weapons. Fighting Lu Bu is scary as ever. The story, even though it's played out over and over again. I don't get sick of it. It's basically another roguelike.
Another Pokemon and Dynasty Warriors, everyone's favorite.
Exactly, right? I love the overworld. I love like the ridiculous cutscenes that you can kind of get yourself into. Some of them are a little bit naughty, but it's all part of it. It's all super fun. It really gives like another side of these characters sometimes, because you think you know them all and you know the story, but like obviously this is like a little bit leaning towards fan fiction, which is I think kind of fun. I can't wait for the DLC. We will see what will happen with that, but it looks to be a good time.
Man, I'm really you got me hyped. I really want to go back and finish this game. It was fun. This was the one where I played the demo. I was like, holy smokes, Durwin, I gotta play this. I gotta buy this.
Yeah, and I love how it's not easy almost. Like some of the stuff that you need to do in order to fully beat the game in terms of like special objectives is kind of difficult.
Yeah. I love the overworld where you're like, it's almost like the Claire Obscure overworld.
Yeah, where you're like a ginormous and like everything's so small. Yep.
Dynasty Warriors Origins. Durwin, my number 2 honorable mention is the reason why Dynasty Warriors Origins did not get finished. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders. Holy smokes. This game came out of freaking nowhere for me. I did play the first Lonely Mountain, the mountain bike game. It didn't click with me that much. So I tried this when it came out on Game Pass. And I remember Dynasty Warriors came out and Citizen Sleeper 2. And like Citizen Sleeper 2 was all the talk of the town. And I tried that. I'm like, screw that. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders was a excellent game. Oh my God. This is literally a fixed camera skiing game where you are like a polygonal kind of individual. Like it's not very that detailed, right? You're just like, it's an indie skiing game, right? Where the snow feels really realistic, but all the trees and all the rocks in your character, they're like polygonal shapes. You kind of look at your character from like almost a god view, and it's like fixed camera, so you kind of rotate. Your camera changes with the track, and you're looking at the track rather than like being behind the skier. Man, the level design, the tracks, the way they're all intertwined, the way there's like blue diamond and black diamond versions of each track and stuff like that. Oh my God, this game was so much fun. Dude, it was so zen. I love these indie games where there's no freaking dialogue. There's no story. It's just super zen. You could just literally zone out and play this game and have the greatest time of your life. It's like almost a power wash simulator.
Is that getting an honorable mention this time around or what?
No, it didn't make the cut, but Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, man. I cannot emphasize how much I love this game. I did all the achievements. I did all the tracks on all the harder difficulties. My only downside with this is it did have multiplayer, and it did have multiplayer tracks or achievements, but the multiplayer achievements were horrendous. And like about a week after the game came out, like the player count died. And so it was hard to do any of the multiplayer achievements. And even the online services were terrible for it. Like the server was horrendous. Like you'd get into an online game and get booted out. It wasn't really great.
That was one of the little bit unfortunate.
Lonely Mountain Snow Riders. Durwin, your next honorable mention. Honorable mention number 3.
All right, let's get into it. Digimon Story Time Stranger. And that is
God.
because it actually did really good for a Digimon game.
It did, I heard, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best-selling ones since Cyber Sleuth and what's the other one? Hacker's Memory. If you're a Digimon fan, you'll know that the last one, what was it called? Digimon Stranger? No, it's not Strangers or anything like that. It was basically like a novel, and it was not good.
It was I know the name on the tip.
It was 2024, 23. I can't remember.
I think it was older than that, dude. Are you sure it wasn't 21?
Next order was 2023. Was it 2021? Let me just double check. Was it Ghost Game? Was that the name of it? I can't remember. There's a lot of Digimon games. None of them very good, but this is the one exception. But yeah, anyways, I'm just glad that they're back. It's that turn-based fun system that was back in Cyber Sleuth. where speed plays into effect and all that stuff. And it looks like there's a lot of digivolving and stuff like that. So I am mentioning it just because of the love for Digimon. Like you
This is
put this
probably
up towards Z to A, and I'm
this is probably
like, I wish I'd played this instead of Z to A.
this is
To be
probably
honest,
your most anticipated game this year. Yeah. Digimon
yeah.
Time Strangers.
Yeah, and then also like I'll throw this out there because technically it's a remake, so I can't really put this on honorable mentions. But Days Gone remake,
You played
a
that this
remaster.
year? Did you play that this year?
I didn't play it this year, but I need people to play it so that we get a Days Gone too. I played it too recently to play it again.
It's not happening. It's not happening, Derwin. I do mean to play Days Gone one day. One day.
Yeah, that motorcycle mechanic, let me tell you, way better than Metroid Prime 4.
Oh my god.
Like upgrading that bike is fun, and then like you have to repair it. If I remember properly, if it gets damaged and all that good stuff. And gas, you have to get gas.
Yeah. All right, Derwin. My number 3 honorable mention is Blue Prince. Holy smokes, man! I don't know where the heck this game came out from. I mean, you played it first, and then you were like, "Oh, I don't like it." Then you were like, "Oh, I like it," and then you're like, "Oh no, I don't like it. I'm done with this." And then I was like, "Oh, I don't like it. This is stupid. I don't understand." And then I was like, "Oh, dude, this game." And then I was like, "Oh, dude, this game." And then I just kept going down the "Oh, dude, this game." Unfortunately, I did not finish it. I got several runs really close to the last room. But then there was a whole thing where you had to go to the basement or whatever like that. And I really, really, really want to go back and play Blueprints. What happened was something else came out shortly after, which we'll get to that other thing. But that other thing kind of, took my attention away. But yeah, Blueprints, excellent puzzle game. I love puzzle games. I'm not exactly a puzzle sicko. Like, I'm not trying to play the hardest of hard puzzle games. But the roguelikeness of it is probably the reason why maybe I didn't like it that much, actually. I thought maybe it would appeal more to roguelike sicko you. Yeah. Blueprints, man, wonderful game. Wonderful game. Genius. Yeah, I do want to play this. I want to go back and play this some more.
Yeah. Do we have time for one more honorable mention?
Well, I did 3, so you've done 3. You got 2
I've done
more.
3.
Huh?
Okay, I'm going to add one more, and that is South of Midnight.
Really? Dude, South of Midnight, I did a little mock-up list of what I thought Derwin's top 5 was going to be. I thought South of Midnight was going to be in your top 5. Damn, I just thought South of Midnight in your 5th spot or something.
No, I actually have number 5 is kind of, for me, a dark horse and something that, shouldn't be there, but I just respect it way too much not to have it on there. So yeah, South of Midnight technically would be in the 5th spot, but I'm gonna be putting it as an honorable mention because I think there is some issues with it in terms of the story could be a little bit stronger, the gameplay could be a little bit better, but the art style, the music, I can relate to the feelings of Hazel in that game. Not that I'm like African American woman.
We're all human. We have
we're all human. She struggles with her mom, but at the end of the day, she still loves her, etc., etc. It's a beautiful game. Play it. I think it's a quick game. I think it's worth playing.
This was one that when I was trying to debate my missed games of the year. This was like in the conversation. I was like, "Oh, South of Midnight. I should have played that." Yeah, instead of freaking Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds took you for a loop, dude.
Yeah, sure did. Nice. South of Midnight. So you don't have any more. I have 2 more. You don't have any more? You just have the 4?
I can probably think of one more.
Okay, I'll say my 4th one.
Yeah.
My 4th one is Battlefield 6. We are back, baby. Battlefield is back. It was a long hiatus. 2021 since Battlefield 2042, 4 years. This was the big Battlefield year. EA put everything they got to get this game out and make it good. Man, we hopped into that open beta and instantly and clicked into August. I told you I was so hyped for this game that right into 2042 while we were waiting for the release of this. And then this came out, we went hard. Now, the reason why I have it in my honorable mention, I really thought this would make my game of the year list. There's a couple of things that stopped me from enjoying this game as much as I would have otherwise. I don't want to say it's the game's fault. This is why this is not a disappointment for me. It was more like me. Like I knew this happens every Battlefield. The beta drops, We play it, we enjoy it, and then I'm like, oh, I got to go play the last one some more. And then I burn myself out in playing the last one. So by the time this one comes out, like I was already 60 hours of Battlefield 2042 and 20 hours in the beta on Battlefield 6 by the time 6 came out. Like I was already 80 hours into Battlefield. I was Battlefield out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So by the time it came out, I didn't have that much of a drive. That's one thing. The other thing is release with Ghost of Yotei. Really, by about 2 weeks after Battlefield came out, like Ghost of Yotei took my attention and I just started focusing on that. The other thing is I think they showcased their best maps in the beta. I really don't think everything else we got after in the full game matched the beta maps, unfortunately. I feel like some of the maps had some balancing issues between game modes. Like they would be really good conquest maps, not good breakthrough maps, or vice versa. And eventually, yeah, I got burnt out pretty fast on this one. And I kind of wish I just played Arc Raiders instead and maybe put this one on the back burner and came to it later.
Mm-hmm.
Still a great game, still a good time. Hits my honorable mention. That's Battlefield 6. Durwin, any more? Did you figure out another honorable mention?
I'm still thinking. You go ahead.
Okay.
Last one. Let's hear it.
Last one, it was difficult because it was between this and my number 5 game of the year. I was split between which one is in the 5th slot. And I almost wanted to do a tie, but I'm like, that's cheating. And I really, even now, I could still swap this with number 5. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, 2D action platformer, pixel art from the developers of Blasphemous and Blasphemous 2. Holy smokes, 2D Ninja Gaiden. We're back, baby. What a game. Straight, pure action platforming. All about speed. Get through the level as fast as possible. The way the combat works and the way the enemy placement is and the way the enemy design is, it is meant for you to go as fast as possible. And if you time your attacks right and jump off the walls at the right time and do everything, you're just going, bro. You're just going straight dopamine. What a game. I love this. I love the second playable character. Their abilities were intense. There was some real challenging puzzle platforming sections in this game. So there's some like pure platforming sections in this game that honestly were crazy, like were really hard for me to do. I did over and over again, like had such a good time with. The boss fights were challenging. They were hard. Very, like, it was great to get through them finally. The final boss, everything. Like this game was spectacular. The art style, the pixel art, maybe the story is not the strongest part and stuff like that, but like you get to see Ryu, you get to see Ryu's dad and like, yeah, just like the vibe, the feel, the music. It felt like you were playing like OG 2D, like Ninja Gaiden, and only better, like in modern pixel art graphics. I can't recommend this one enough. This game is great. Again, like it could have easily been on my top 5. That's the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Damn. One with that one, hey? I don't know if I've got any more honorable mentions. Like
we can move on.
I feel like I just didn't. I feel like the games that I played are like the top 5. Not gonna lie.
Or like you played. There was a lot of games that I played where I'm like, this doesn't get an honorable mention, and it's not a disappointment. It's just like whatever.
Yeah,
there was a lot.
I'm actually gonna use this one on a game that I think deserves props for what they did. Final Fantasy Tactics. The Evilist Chronicles. Mm-hmm. This is how you do a remake.
Really? You think so? Okay.
Well, like they put like full voice acting in there. They basically remade the whole like game. Like it looks nicer. It looks way better. It brings back the magic for Final Fantasy Tactics. Like there's a reason why it was nominated for like I think what is it? Best RPG? Even though it's a best sim strategy. Best sim strategy, right? And it's like a game that's been done before. So
do you think
that
style of remake is superior to Final Fantasy VII remake?
I think it does something for the tactics games, right? I think it is a very well done remake.
Yeah, it's just a different philosophy as to how you would remake a game. Agree.
I mean,
yeah, that's another one.
It's for people that enjoy that type of tactics game, right? Like, yeah, how else are you going to remake it? You brought in new music, you brought in voice acting, like
they did it from the ground up. They didn't have the code for this, you know that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's That's what it should be. It should be like a sloppily made mess that I'm sure if they remade, like there's technically a Pokemon Tactics game. I don't know if you know this. Uh,
No, I don't.
you didn't know that? Yeah, there's technically a Pokemon Tactics game that I'm sure that if I don't know if Game Freak made it, but I'm sure if Nintendo and the Pokemon company decide to remake it, they probably would just throw in like, yeah, we updated the graphics, and all it is just like a re-upscale, and they would have charged $80 for it. I'm sure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, from that
Right?
perspective, I agree. That's a lot of work. They made the game. They basically remade a game from the ground
Exactly.
up. Like they didn't have the code. They added voice acting, all the script, all everything, and they kept it true to the original. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, come to think of it, that it is interest. It's a
Yeah.
great feat for sure.
So huge
Derwin,
props to them, and I think they deserve a mention.
Derwin, it is time for the finale, our game of the year 2025. I'm gonna let you start this off. Your number 5 game of the year, Derwin.
My number 5 game of the year is something that me and you both played that we didn't finish, that I don't plan to go back to, but I respect and I know in my heart that it deserves a spot. And this is Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I think you played this a little bit more than I did. I definitely bailed out earlier.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
mean, it is a hard game, but I have to respect the developers way too much. Like
Yeah.
to take this long of a game to release it, people that love the original love this. To put out free DLC, to keep the game $20, like
$20 Game Pass. Yeah.
yeah,
The Metroidvania, man. Yeah. Like I told you, this was like my Metroidvania year. I did really see that in this, but I got a little bit overwhelmed. And the
yeah,
platforming and the action, the way it all interloops and the way the whole levels connect, it's spectacular.
yeah. I just can't respect this game enough not to have it in top 5, basically.
I actually, yeah, you know, they changed the way they started this game compared to Hollow Knight, the first one, whereby they made the onboarding a little bit easier. I actually, that didn't attract me. It actually kind of pushed me away. I was a little bit bored in the beginning. I actually liked the way the original Hollow Knight started. I preferred that. Like, I got deeper into that game than I did this. I just kind of, I was like, I don't really see it here right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is
Plan on
my
going
number
back.
5. I don't think I need to give much more description other than that, but yeah, just props.
Do you plan on
Team
going
Cherry.
back into Hollow Knight ever?
I'd
Silk
have
Song
to
at least?
really, really hate my life or like be really like focused on a game that I want to find like super challenging.
Yeah, the checkpoints and the
Yeah, I
restart.
honestly like all they had to do is if they made a mode where I could just start closer to like a boss or like to wherever I fell or died, I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
probably finish this game. Like
Maybe like an item that lets you rewind just
yeah.
once or something when you
Like
fall
I
down
don't
a freaking hole that takes you to the end of
exactly.
the freaking beginning of the. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like see some people do like some of these runs for like a boss and like the amount of platforming that they have to do is like ridiculous to get back to it. I was like, this is definitely not for me, but I mean, maybe there is a me in the future that is completely bored with some of these games that are coming out and new releases and want a challenge, right? But no, I respect it.
Derwin, can you guess my number 5? Considering the honorable mention I discussed, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound,
Yes, Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
it is Shinobi Art of
I knew it was
Vengeance.
one of these two were gonna make your top 5 for sure.
Oh my god. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, man. What a freaking game. This game, like this year was the year of the Shinobi, the year of the ninja. You know, we had freaking Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Ghost of Yote, that Japanese like samurai like setting,
Shadows.
you know.
You can't
Yeah.
forget about
Assassin's Creed
Shadows.
Shadows. Yeah. Holy smokes, man. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, completely different art style than Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, but I love it just as much. This is like it would be hand drawn. It would be hand drawn, right? Art style. I think that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of look. You could search it up if you're a listener right now. Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Yeah. This game is slightly different. It is not the same action, quick paced like platforming that Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is. There's still platforming in this game. There's still action in this game, and it is still broken up into stages the same way Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. But these stages were more expansive. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, the levels, mini Metroidvanias in each level. So you play the level, and then like the first time you play a level, you're like, there's more to this level, but I have no idea how to like experience it. And then as you go along in the game, you unlock different abilities and different stages, and you're like, oh, I could go back to this stage and clear this thing that I missed. So a little bit more exploration than Ninja Gaiden Rangebound. Ninja Gaiden Rangebound did have like collectibles and stuff within the level, but this had more exploration, and the action in Ninja Gaiden Rangebound was more like quick. Like every enemy kind of died in a hit. You didn't get like new sword maneuvers or whatever in that game. And your like buffs were not like new attacks or anything. Whereas in Shinobi, you very much did get new attacks and new attack combos and new things you were supposed to do for different enemies, depending on like the enemy variety got a little bit more complicated. Yeah, I love this game. Again, I was like torn between this and Ninja Gaiden Rangebound. I played both of these back to back. One came out in July, one came out in August. Great games. I cannot recommend them enough. Love the art style for both. Love the music for both. Shinobi Art of Vengeance is my number 5 game of the year for 2025.
Nice.
What is your number 4, Durwin?
Oh, my 4th game for this year is Dispatch.
Ooh, I knew this was going to show up on your list, Durwin.
Yep. That was for sure. I love this game. Story-driven game about a superhero. Go play it. Quick game. You can finish it in 2 days if you are go focus and actually just play the game.
Telltale Games are back.
Yeah, I hope there is a second season. I will definitely be purchasing it.
Nice, excellent. That is Dispatch. Definitely a sleeper hit for this year. Like I don't think we were thinking about it. In the beginning of the year or whatever.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't even
for
think
sure.
It was going to come out this year, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to get delayed or something like that.
Durwin, my number 3 game of the year. I can't believe this thing is on here, to be honest with you, because the first 10 hours of this game, I wanted to smash the TV. Do you have any idea of what I'm talking about?
First few hours, you wanted to smash.
I was ready to quit.
The TV.
Multiplayer
And it's not
game.
It's not Blueprints. Night Rain.
Yes, this was my multiplayer game of the year. Not our creators of Battlefield 6. Elden Ring Night Rain. Holy smokes, what an experience. I did not have high hopes coming into this game. I wasn't really sure what to expect. My suspicions were confirmed for the first 10 hours of trying to play this thing. But holy smokes, man, you hit a point in this game where you start figuring it out and you start, punching in all the right numbers and getting it all to work out. Man, this game unlocks and opens up. What a game. When I got the platinum on Elden Ring Night Rain this year, I did not think that was going to happen. That platinum does not mean I have 100%ed the game by any means. There is still more to this game. There is still DLC to this game, the free DLC that they added, the Everdark bosses during the summer, which I have now beat all of. The endless mode where you go deeper into the depths, and then finally the DLC that just came out. I am deep into it, playing that. It's like learning the game all over again. I have like 90 hours into this game. Durwin, this is me enjoying a taste of roguelikes this year. Elden Ring Night Rain. I did not think an Elden Ring roguelike was going to hit. I thought this was a dumb idea. I think I played the open beta, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Holy smokes, man. This is wild. Such a good game. Enjoyed it. Played with my friends. Friend of the show, Muzamu Kachi. I'm going to call him out on this show because he has abandoned us for the DLC. Come back to the game, please. We need you. You are our archer when we have no archer, okay? We need your guidance, please. We're getting killed out here.
A call to arms. All right. Okay, Can you take a guess? Because, realistically, we're down to 3. We all know what number 1 is. What do you think my third one is?
This is tough. It's okay. Your number 3 is Ghost of Yote.
I think you are right.
Your number, you don't even
yes,
know what's up, right?
Ghost of Yote.
Your number 3 is Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are really, really tough though this year.
We could talk about it together because my number 2 is Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I just missed the game. I talked about my number 3, Elden Ring Night Rain. I didn't talk about my number 4 right now. I skipped to my number 3.
Oh, you jumped. You jumped the gun.
Want to backtrack to my number 4?
Sure. What's your number 4?
My number completely blew that. My number 4 is Split Fiction.
Yes.
I love Hazelight Studio games. And this was one of the games I was looking forward to this year. It did not disappoint. Hazelight is excellent. Excellent. I have played all of these games with my wife except for A Way Out. So I played Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons with her earlier this year for the first time, which the original was not a co-op game, but the remaster was. Of course, I played It Takes Two with her, and we played Split Fiction together. Man, this game just gives me the ability to enjoy my hobby with my wife, who does tinker with video games. She doesn't play that much, but she does tinker with video games occasionally. Man, such a good experience. Such a good like couple bonding thing. I love how this game is very forgiving with checkpoints, even though it's a really hard platformer. Like, I don't think she would be capable of playing this game otherwise, frankly, if it wasn't for the very forgiving checkpoints. The end sequence on this game is ridiculous. It's amazing. Like, I mean, Joseph Ferris and his team just kills it. They kill it every year. People were complaining about the story. I thought the story was very serviceable. It was fine. But yeah, Split Fiction, great game. So yeah.
Fair.
I skipped it. So Shinobi Art of Vengeance, number 5. Split Fiction, number 4. Elden Ring Night Rain, number 3. We'll go to your number 3, sorry, which was Ghost of
Yotei. So mine was Hollow Knight Silksong, Dispatch, and then now Ghost of Yotei.
Ghost of Yotei. And then my number 2 is Ghost of Yotei, so we could just discuss it together here.
Yeah. I mean, great game. Music, insane.
Man.
Yeah. Gameplay, a step up from Ghost of Tsushima.
Agreed.
I personally, you feel, I don't know, I feel a little bit more deadly being cheap and shooting people and throwing smoke in their face and whatnot.
I became that later in the game, for sure.
I
think you're mixing up Mohammed from Ghost of Tsushima with Mohammed from Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei, I didn't care, bro. I did everything.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, I don't know. Like, it is definitely the console game of the year. Like,
it's
for
like
Sony.
For Sony, for sure, yeah. It is the Sony like bread and butter third person action adventure storytelling game for sure. Like the combat, the world, like the way it's designed, how beautiful it is, the vistas, the music, the vibe you get from Hokkaido Island. It's a completely different vibe from Tsushima. It's a completely different vibe from what you would think mainland Japan is, like if you were in Edo or Osaka. Like, you are on the edge of the wilderness. You're basically like a cowboy. Like, I mean, you got to go back. We got to talk about like our spoiler cast. Like, really, if you really want to see what we have to say about Ghost of Yotei, just go listen to our spoiler cast. Like,
yeah, the thumbnail is amazing on that video as well. Yeah, the only thing that's stopping, I think, it being higher is definitely the story. I think you didn't like the story as much as I did. I still loved it. Another thing was the characters.
They were a little
Ghost of Tsushima's side characters like Sensei Ishikawa and Lady Masako. And of course, who's the sake guy?
Yeah.
Yasuke? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I forget him. Kenji. Like, lovable characters. Can't say the same for Ghost of Yotei, unfortunately.
I can't say the same for Atsu, like herself. Like Atsu is like a whatever character for me. But
okay.
Just the vibe, just being on your horse. You know, the way they had those stallions, those wild stallions, the cranes that fly in the air. You know, you're really in the wilderness. It's like a Wild West in a Japan setting. You're on the edge of the world. You meet the Ainu, who are like the equivalent of the natives on the traditional lifestyle. You feel the expansion of Japan into Hokkaido Island and the territorial, like, you know, it's outlaw country. You know what I mean? You know, people are just trying to get by the weather conditions, but the natural beauty, but at the same time, the death and destruction around you, the music, the vibe, the way the swords clang, the audio design, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's so exquisite. I love this game. I love Sucker Punch. I mean, I loved Ghost of Tsushima. I'm so glad I played this game. Like, yeah.
It definitely takes, like, it was the game to play. Like, I had to focus on this game until it finished, right? So yeah, like, unfortunately, number 3 spot, it was very close between 2 and 3. Like,
Hit us up with your number 2. We know what it is. Come on.
my number 2 is Hades 2.
Of course. Yes.
Like, I did not expect to love this game so much. Like, hours and hours into it. I feel like more hours into it than Ghost of Yotei. Like, there's just so much to find, so much to do. Each of the weapons are so well thought out in terms of like what they do and like how you play. The characters are always super interesting. The art style is super interesting. The music is good. There's a lot to love here. And honestly, like 2 and 3 could have been swapped. I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, I'm just solely in that the amount of hours played, I'm still wanting to play more. And that's why it's taking the number 2 spot. Ghost of Yotei, unfortunately, you play through once. They didn't have New Game Plus mode. I didn't really feel the need to revisit it just yet. So, yeah, that's what leads to it. And also the price and accessibility of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the conversation of the year. Like Hollow Knight Silk Song being for $20, Hades 2 being for like 38 or whatever, right? Compared to all these Switch games, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely the year of AA games for sure.
To another game right now that wasn't full priced when it came out. Are you ready to move to number 1?
We know what number 1 is.
I mean,
yeah,
like, what a game! What a game!
There was a bit of contest in the beginning of the year when I was like, oh, maybe it's not as good as like Ghost of Yotei, and then I had like the goggles on for like, oh my god, I love Ghost of Yotei. But yeah, no, like this is for sure game of the year. Obviously, we're talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a must-play game. Don't talk to me if you hate it because we can't be friends.
Dude, this is literally top 10 games of all time for me. Like, I actually, like, thinking about it, if I were to sit and think about every game I've played since I was a kid, I don't know, man. This is up there. This might vie for the number 1 spot. Like, what a game. Out of nowhere. Everything is freaking perfect. The music, the audio design, the story, the character writing, the performances, the motion capture, the art style, the world design, the enemy design,
boss fights,
the combat, the turn-based systems, like everything, dude. It's spectacular. A spectacular game. I don't even have one gripe with this game, frankly. Like, I'm not even a turn-based RPG guy. You tell me play a turn-based RPG, I'm like, oh, really? Are you sure? Like, if I didn't know what this was and you're like, yo, you got to play Clair Obscur Expedition 33, it's a turn-based RPG, I'd be like, yo, screw off. Like, I don't really have time for this. No way, man. This game does not waste your time. The turn-based combat is engaging. Every little detail about this game. You know, at the start of the show, you said you did the missed games list, and you're like, none of these games, I could confidently say none of these games would actually even really outdo my game of the year, but I'm just doing this for fun. And I'm like, okay, right? You're being a little arrogant, but no, for this, there's no game that came out this year. I'm 100% confident that they could dethrone this. When you're talking about Ghost of Yotei and Hades 2, I told you, no, Durwin, no. There's nothing. There's not a chance. People were talking about Death Stranding when it came out. Oh, that's a contestant. Or like Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm like, guys, like for real, this game is something else. I'm genuinely thinking about playing this again from scratch.
Oh, I mean, I messaged you earlier today. The Mirror Edition finally shipped for both me and you, and I will be visiting again. And I will have to play all over again because I played on PC to begin with.
What a game.
So I am going for the platinum, hopefully.
I'm not like trying to like over exaggerate or anything. I genuinely cried tears in this game. Genuinely. Like, I was so moved by the narrative, like the character relationships, the loss, the love, everything. I'm like, who the heck is this person that wrote this game? Like, what is your experience writing? You know what I mean? Like, this could have been a novel. It could have been a movie. It could have.
I mean, we are going to see a movie. It's already got movie bids, right? Yeah.
Wow, what a game. Like, the performances, Charlie Cox, Ben Starr, Jennifer English, Gollum.
Yeah, and Turkeys, yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing to say. Like, it's so, you just have to go and play it. You have to go and play Clair Obscur Expedition 33 if you haven't yet.
It is a must play. There's no other game I would recommend from this year.
What a surprise. I didn't think going into this year that you know,
A turn-based RPG would be the one to win it.
not by a long shot. $50, it's not even full price on Game Pass.
Right. Yeah, my top two were not full price games. Even Dispatch isn't a full price game.
I have one full price game on my top 5. Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, and mine's Ghost of
Elden
Yotei
Ring,
as well.
Elden Ring, Night Rain, Split Fiction, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33 were all not $90 games. I look into my honorable mentions. Only Battlefield 6 is a $90 game. I look into my disappointments. 4 out of 6 of them are full price games. You know what I mean? I look at my retrospective games of the year. None of them are full price games, except for Battlefield 2042 would have been full price when it came out. It really is eye opening how some the indie space and the AA space has gotten so good that I think it's just going to end up replacing this AAA shenanigans from these big box publishers.
Yeah, and they need a little bit of pressure. I feel they need to know that they can't just put out the same game every single year and expect people to blow $100 on it. They need to innovate and they need to be doing more to sell these games.
Durwin, that is our 2025 Game of the Year list. Just quickly, say your 5 from 5 to 1 again.
So we have Hollow Knight, Silksong. We've got Dispatch. We've got Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and finally, Clair Obscur.
I have Shinobi Art of Vengeance in my number 5, Split Fiction in my number 4, Elden Ring, Night Rain in my number 3, Ghost of Yotei in my number 2, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 in my number 1. Everyone, this is going to be an easy 2025 Slow Run Cast Game of the Year. I mean, it's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Both of us have it in our number 1 slot. Last year, our Game of the Year was Balatro, our collective Game of the Year, because it was the only one that was common on both of our lists. Mm-hmm. We have 2 games that I think are common here, but yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, Tro, I think, is just uncontested as well as being such a great game last year, and also again not full price. Yeah, I mean it's probably full price after you buy it on mobile and
Steam and
PlayStation.
I'm waiting for them to do the cross progression on that, and I will buy it on all platforms.
That's crazy.
Straight up. Durwin, I have a special category here.
All right.
I got a secret category. My son Dawood's Game of the Year. I did a list for him. 5 to 1 based on his interaction and reaction. Number 5, A Short Hike. Not a 2025 game, but I threw it in there. Number 4, also not a 2025 game. Little Kitty, Big City. Number 3, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I went to go trade in Donkey Kong after I was I'm done with this game, and I took him with me for some reason, and he saw me trade Donkey Kong, and he literally was gonna cry. He was like, Donkey Kong? And I was like, oh, no, it's okay, whatever. So I kind of feel pressured to buy another copy of Donkey Kong for him.
Oh, you should have bought it when Costco was having their sale.
Yeah, poor guy. I took him. I didn't think he cared about it that much, and I traded in the game, and he saw it, and he's like, Donkey Kong?
It's okay. Just play the very first game for him. Number 1.
Well, number 2, Mario Kart World. He actually vibed a lot with Mario Kart World.
Interesting.
So that's the saving grace of Mario Kart World for me. So he likes getting the little remote, and I put the tilt steering on for him. And
yes, of course.
And auto accelerate, so he doesn't have to press the button. Number 1 Game of the Year, not a 2025 game, 2024 game. It has continued. It has not come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. I have basically platinumed it a second time after he deleted the save file the first time. We are 1 hour short of 200 hours into this game now. My son cannot get enough of this game. It is Astrobot. I'm on playthrough number 4, dude. Playthrough number 4. He wants to play Astrobot over and over again. Loves the game. I can't wait till he's old enough to play this game on his own.
Do you think he'll enjoy it as much?
I think
so. Do you
so.
think 18-year-old Dawood would still enjoy this game?
Well, I'm waiting for Dawood to be 6'7" till he could play it on his own, right?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying in retrospect, how we have millennials are known for their nostalgia, right? That's why I love Battle Network and stuff like that. Do you think that this game could be something for him?
I'd be really disappointed if 31-year-old Dawood does not look back at Astrobot with absolute fondness and wants to go back and play it over and over again. I would be kind of sad. It would be heartbroken considering how much he loves the game.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to show him different games today to get him something, and I'm like, Dad, look what I got. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. He's like, no! I was like, Metroid Prime 4. He's like, no. I showed him a bunch of other games. I showed him like Mario Party Jumper. He's like, Mario. And then I kept showing, and then he's like, no, Astrobot, this guy. He calls it this guy. Oh, I did it again. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the slow run cast.
Stay till the end if you want to see this guy struggle with it even harder.
Durwin, it was a great year doing this with you. I had so much fun. We went way longer than I thought we would on this episode, but I think we had to.
Yeah. This was supposed to be an hour-long episode. We are at 2 hours and 18 minus
at least
maybe like 5 minutes of Mo messing around. But yeah, no, this is a long one. Hopefully you guys all join us for 2026. And we do have some hopefully interesting videos that are just beyond podcasts. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. 26, we will start it off with our predictions. And then we will do our reckoning from last year. See how bad our predictions were. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for this year. Have a happy new year, or happy new year if this drops in 2026. We hope you enjoyed, and peace out. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is the Slow Run Cast.
Yeah, 33. What is the tagline for those that come after?
Look at this. Zoom it in.
I hope that triggers another effect for you. I think you got to go like this if you want to zoom in.
Okay, well, I try to do
See,
it.
now it doesn't matter.
We're out. Peace. We're mini Metroidvanias in each stage. What the heck just happened?
I think it's because you were doing like the.
Come on, you stupid! I don't remember how you do this. God, I can't remember how you freaking. What was the hand motion? I'll be back. Oh my God, this is so ridiculous.
You don't know how to use it.
Oh my God.
There you go. That's zooming in again.
Bro, this is like zooming into my pores now.
Just try this. See if that does anything.